What is going on, future DDS family? We have a great episode for you all today. Of course, we're the new generation of dentists, right? And we are always extremely excited to learn more and more about the new tech within dentistry. And so, as you all know, we have done a lot of work with our friends over at Promethean Dental Systems. And today we have somewhat of a updated meeting to an interview that we actually did a while back with our friend Scott, who is the CEO of Promethean Dental Systems. Scott actually flew Terrell and I down to Georgia while we were still in dental school, and we had some time to really sit down and explore Promethean's semidont technology and really see how it was on the path to change how we practice today. And so, I would like to introduce you again, Scott. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Man,
Thank you
thanks.
very much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Of
Good seeing
course.
you again, Scott. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you guys too. You're looking good.
Hey, we're working hard, man. Working hard, working hard. Last time we saw Scott, everybody, like I said, we were in dental school, super nervous to get out into the real world. And, he basically shared with us his experiences with the dentists that he knew. He introduced us to a couple of esteemed dentists as well. And so we've had a great collaboration or great partnership since. And so we're excited to talk about a lot that's going on with his company right now. And so, Scott, if you can, for the viewers who were not able to watch the last interview that we did together, can you go ahead and kind of explain what Promethean Dental Systems is aiming to do within the field of dentistry?
Yeah. So Promethean Dental Systems is a company that focuses on evolving dental education. Initially, it was just the use of technology, and we really leverage just about anything and everything you can think of. And what we've learned in the first 10 months of our existence is what we're really doing is we're evolving dental education using simulation. So everything that we're doing is in some way, shape, or form focused on simulating. We're not using any patients. So it is true simulation, but we are simulating things that are much more advanced than anything you would do in a simulation lab at a dental school. So we are serving customers that begin as young as people that are looking to go to hygiene or dental school. We're working with dental schools across the country. We are working with CERTA to provide licensure exams. We are working with dental practices and groups to provide advanced simulation repetition boosting. And then we're also doing remediation services with the AADB. So we're pretty busy.
Oh man, definitely. As we spoke a while ago, we always know you're ripping and running, in and out of meetings, trying to make these things happen. So initially when we got there, we had a set plan, or there was a set structure, so to speak, for what Promethean had in mind, and their visions and their goals and different programs that they had set up. So if you could, just give us a little look into the, behind the scenes, a little bit of how things have progressed since we first started, a few pivots that you guys have made, maybe, and I guess the future direction going from here, to kind of, where the direction is going forward.
So if you'll recall, the way we started, collaborating with you guys is your focus on, pre-dental dental students.
Yeah.
When we started this company, we really felt like this is a technology that we're working with. We have exclusive capabilities and rights to use virtual haptic, which is virtual reality haptic technology for doing everything from skill building to repetition boosting to self-teaching, self-remediation. It's a really great product. But we've expanded that into a full didactic curriculum that's multi-level. We've expanded that into using typodonts, into using digital workflow, digital software. And so when you look at how we set this up to begin with, we've stayed pretty true to how we started. When we started, it was a 5-stage program that focused on the entire dental life cycle from the time you were interested till the time you retired. We now call that 5-stage approach PDS Evolve. So our focus is we're exploring all possibilities to evolve dental education using simulation. So we treat each one of those areas very differently. Our first area is pre-admissions. I'm really happy to say that we actually now have a dental school who is working with us who now mandatorily requires people to pass the hand skill exam we give on the virtual haptic simulator to be admitted to dental school. This is a huge step for everybody, even though people may not think so. You know, we've gone up and down and thought about pricing and how we would do this, but today we offer 22 course didactic curriculum and the hand skill exam for $150. So it's a pretty cool combination. We're introducing you to anatomy, you know, materials. If you decide to upgrade from that and get into one of our boot camps, the boot camps are a week-long experience. You get to work with other people like you that are interested in going to dental school or hygiene program. We're starting our second boot camp this winter. We have one coming up at Lincoln Memorial in Knoxville, Tennessee. And we've only got like 10 slots left. We're going to sell the thing out probably a month before we have the boot camp. And it's really cool because we're getting people that are coming to us, you know, through the website. We're getting calls from people at the ADA. Hey, my son wants to go to dental school. Could I get him in the boot camp? Or someone from a dental board whose son is looking at going to dental school, or someone's daughter who's thinking about becoming a dentist. And even my son, my oldest, who was going to be a doctor, a medical doctor, has now changed his mind. He's been working on the simulator. He's been working in the lab with us. He's going to be a dentist. So we're going to send him to the boot camp this winter as well. So we're really excited about that.
Smart man.
Yeah, very excited. And, you know, you look at that pre-admissions course and it being required. I hope that everybody listening will really understand what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to help you understand if it's something you really want to do, because we're going to really simulate the real thing. And if you do, we're going to show you how to get better. My son is well past the basics now, and he's months and months into this, and he's, you know, turning over preps and minutes, his speed, his efficiency. These are things that are really going to prepare him to be excellent when he gets to dental school. And we want that for everybody. So that's pre-admissions. We move from pre-admissions into our second evolve stage, which is schools. So we are currently working with a number of dental schools who have the simulators. We're working with them and supporting them with our cloud services, which is innovation, building out new cases, doing things that are really creative with the simulator. We're working with them to define unique ways of doing simulations. So at a D1, D2 level, we're going to have that self-guided remediation. If you didn't get to do the pre-admit, if you are struggling, you can literally just go and log into the system and practice on your own at whatever speed you want to, which is really nice. Nice for you, nice for the faculty. The simulations we're doing, though, we get into actually doing preps in the simulator. We can print those preps, put them in a typodont, and we can fill the preps. So you're actually getting to experience your learning in two different modes. And we're showing you ways where you can use the digital workflow to not only move the product around, but also to assess yourself. And assessing yourself is really one of the biggest things we want to emphasize, because the sooner you recognize how to understand whether you're doing well or not is a big indicator in terms of your learning, in terms of your ability to assess how you need to improve. And so we're really trying to emphasize that D1, D2. D3, D4, we're going to be moving more into the end-to-end workflow. Take a CBCT, put it into the simulator. Do a treatment plan, put it into an EHR, finance the thing out, look at how it's going to work, sequence it, and then treat it. And then when you treat it, every element, operative, prosthodontic, perio, endo, we can grade that. We can tell you how you're performing. We can also tie that, more importantly for you guys who are now dentists, to production and showing you how efficiency and speed and sequencing can really maximize the production in a dental practice, which is one of the elements that's very important to being a dentist. Now, because we're introducing that in dental schools, and dental schools are really starting to get around it, we now have started developing, or almost are done developing, an entire hygiene and perio module. With this module, we'll be able to teach hygiene completely inside the virtual haptic world of the simulator. It's going to offer something that is very unique to hygiene programs who are currently working with mannequin heads on a table. You're going to add a new element of technology and innovation, an area where you can simulate You don't have to paint calculus on teeth anymore. We just reset it and you put the calculus wherever you want it. It's something that's really going to be innovative, but it's going to help, again, multiple modes for hygiene. Now, what's the next step? Well, the next step is we're coming at it in both directions. From the school direction, it's how do we teach these modes? How do we get you on things that are just not a mannequin or just not a patient? But from the other end, everybody out there is talking about getting rid of the patient exams. We all understand why. So, but we also understand that states want to be able to test the way they always have. So what if we can give an actual patient exam with a simulated patient? What if we could even do better than just the operative portion? What if we could actually simulate that for pros and endo? We can, because the simulation technology we have using typodonts, the semidont, and a digital workflow would allow us to do that. Are we rolling that out this year? No. This year, we're going to be offering 3 exams, the patient, the mannequin, and what we call the multimodal. But the multimodal is going to be the focus of CERTA, and we're going to move that forward aggressively and demonstrate to people that we can hit the same psychometric standards or better, that it's completely objective. I mean, how would that feel to you if you're taking a board exam and you know that somebody's not using an opinion to make a decision? To know that you've had a chance to practice and do these things over and over, and you understand how to use the technology, and now you get to sit down and take an exam and it's objectively graded right there in front of you. That's where this is going, and we're really excited. We've licensed dentists on the simulator this year, and we're really excited about the way that we're attacking this. This is not your standard go to your school, sit down with 60 people and take a board exam. This is call us up, find a time that's convenient for you, come in, maybe you by yourself, maybe you and someone else, individual operatory, individual attention at your pace. It's the kind of thing that really lowers that stress, takes the patient out of play, makes sure you're getting a fair grade. And here's the most important part. We're going to be giving with the grades a visual representation of what you did. And then we're going to give a free retake if you fail an area. And we're going to even let you come in and practice before you do the retake and talk to you about what you struggled with. The goal here is to help you get better, help you learn. It's not just to judge you or just to pass you through something. I was on a conversation earlier with the dean who said, our schools are very equipped to teach people how to work with patients, much more so than just a single clinical examination. But that single clinical examination is an independent way of verifying how people are taught. And we want to give that. We want to give that to be something that's truly independent of the schools, something that allows you to understand how you performed, even how the school is performing. Now you move on from the licensure piece to our 4th stage, which is continuing education for professionals. And I'm really excited to tell you that we never thought this soon we would be doing this, but we've actually sold simulators to dental practices, and we are actually doing simulation and repetition boosting for professionals. Now you're probably wondering, why would a professional want to spend time doing skill building? Well, it's interesting. There are people out there, hygienists and dentists, who really want to focus on repetitions, making sure they're really good at what they're doing. But even more so, if you want to look for a business case, there are dentists out there who want to be able to market their ability to do full mouth rehabilitation, these big cases that everybody wants. But there's just no way for them to get the repetitions they need to demonstrate their skills in every practical area. So we can supplement that by giving them those capabilities, and they can go in one night a week, spend an hour on the semidont, go through and get those repetitions in 10 or 12 a week. Those 10 or 12 a week are just like practice when you're thinking about a sport. They add up. You get familiar, you get that muscle memory, you get that body language, you know what you're doing every time, and it's building your confidence. What are some other ways we can do it? Well, look at the people that are graduating today. You guys just graduated. You were impacted by a pandemic. You were limited on the number of repetitions you got. What if we could give you a system where you could do a treatment plan, and after you do the treatment plan, you can look at the senior doctor and say, I'd like to take a shot at this. And he would say, no way, man, you're not ready for that. And you say, well, how about this? I'll move it into the simulator and I'll demonstrate that I can do it the same way I could on a patient. And then you perform it He grades it and he looks at it and he says, wow, you can do it. And now it's your case. You're growing your production as a young dentist and you're building up a customer base so you can produce and be vital to the organization. That's the kind of thing that's going to help you pay off that student debt. That's the thing that's going to get you to becoming a partner of some organization sooner. So we're trying to enable those things for the professionals that are out there performing. Now, the last thing that we do is not something that we love to talk about because nobody wants to talk about failure, but there are people that struggle from time to time. And there's different types of struggle. I had to get out of it because I had a family struggle and I haven't practiced in 6 or 9 years. Okay. For those people, we have recertification courses. You come in, we give you a didactic curriculum you can take online. We give you some in the clinic on hands-on training. Our professionals are evaluating that. And then we're working with dental boards to get you recertified, licensed back into practice. From a remediation standpoint, there are people that make mistakes here and there. We're trying to encourage the use of didactic curriculum sooner and not waiting around to have these large cases where someone's got 3 or 4 days of problems they have to solve in a large case. Take a course here, learn how to do this particular thing better. But in those situations where you have someone who's got a major issue, we can dive in and we can work with them on their hands. We can evaluate their capabilities and how they evaluate, how they're setting up a treatment plan, how they're managing their risk, how they're record keeping, the things that tend to be areas where there are issues and create problems. So that's PDS Evolve, evolving how we think about teaching individuals in each stage, but also evolving people from being interested all the way through the process of being licensed and becoming a professional. And hopefully one day, never remediating anybody again, which would be fantastic for us.
That's the ultimate goal, right?
Hopefully. No, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, definitely, man. It's crazy to see, from the progression from when we came to visit, focusing primarily on that licensing portion and kind of the pre-dental aspect, gaining exposure to now like having so many different prongs and so many different platforms to viably help people throughout every step of this process. So it's amazing to see that aspect of it, especially, like you said, the ones that you're implementing now in terms of the pre-dental things and having those implemented within the schools as well. Even Tyler was able to, recently speak with some of the people who were, influential in putting together that LMU Bootcamp. So, I definitely want to have his, hear his perspective on some things that he heard and kind of, get his perspective on that as well.
Yeah. So I was able to actually talk with Kathy and Trish the other night, and it's interesting because this information, of course, I felt and Terrell felt as well that this would be super important for our viewers to actually see that there's actually even a new dental school coming out, right? Like a lot of people like don't
Yeah.
even have the know-how that like, hey, there's a new dental school coming out, and especially with this updated technology and this new process. Um, and so really being able to talk to them and seeing their passion behind the entire project and really seeing the efforts that they put into organizing everything to make sure that pre-dents, even if they don't decide to actually go to LMU, but they have something that they could take away to, one, talk on their applications about at other dental school interviews, and two, really start building a community of having like somewhat of a cohort, right? I had mentioned on the interview that one of the greatest things that I did when I was a pre-dent was go to these summer programs, and I was able to really sit down and have these interactions with other pre-dental students. And a lot of those pre-dental students are now my colleagues, right? And so the fact that, they're taking that type of model and really offering so much quality access to, um, a simulated procedure, whatever it may be, is amazing. And so, of course, that will be up on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this, go over to our YouTube channel. I'm sure you could check out that entire interview just to get some more information on the actual school. But I mean, speaking of information, I mean, Scott, do you know how at least pre-dental students can get involved with the LMU Bootcamp? Like, how does that work?
Absolutely. So you can go to our website and you can literally just go to the homepage and select the link and purchase the boot camp. If you have questions though, you can go to the get in touch part of our website and send in your information.
Mhm.
We'll have someone respond to you and give you any of the insights that you would need to be prepared. But to emphasize again, it's not all us. I mean, we collaborate with you guys, but we collaborate with a lot of people. And evolving dental education is a group mentality. It has to be people who are passionate about change, people that are passionate about making things better. You guys are, but man, Dean Cook at LMU is really passionate about it. She went from a 40-person class to an 80-person class before she opened for dental, for hygiene 15 to 30. So this is a school that has a pre-dental boot camp. You can come in the week of the 13th of December, 4 days. You get to be with other people just like you who are going through this process. You get the hand skills assessment. You get the didactic courses. We have guest speakers coming in every day. This school is the leading forensic dental provider in the country. This school is going to be technology first on everything. This school is going to use simulation in everything that you do, repetition boosting. They're visionaries. She's a visionary, and she's a visionary that's not just looking at what they're teaching you in school. She's already concerned about East Tennessee. How are we going to replace clinics that are going to go away when dentists retire? How can I get my D1s into a clinic, at least assisting? How can I get D3s and D4s assisting people in Tennessee, not necessarily going across to another continent? There are people who do not have access to care. What an incredible opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to meet people that are truly visionary and truly leading. But when you think about the facets of what this camp does, the people that attend in December, they're going to get their application, their admissions interview at the camp with the admissions team. You pass that interview, you pass your hand skill test, you're on the list, man. All you got to do is produce the GPA and the DAT score, and you are in. What an incredible opportunity. 80 slots available. She's going to fill those up so fast. So when I look at the things that are happening that are really exciting, she now requires this hand skill assessment to go to her school. That's one. How many more people are going to follow and be leaders around leading this instead of being people who sit back and say, where's it proven? How's it researched? We've given you the research, we have it on our website, but we're literally giving people an opportunity to evaluate how they can perform before they have to. We're giving them the opportunity to improve themselves. We're giving schools an opportunity to really get the right people so that people are excited and happy and want to be there. You guys, I'm sure, had people in your classes who probably shouldn't have been there. And that's not good for them, and it's not good for the school. At the same time, we've proven that if people really put their focus on this and they practice, most everybody can prove that they can do it and they can get in. It's very rare the people who don't, and the ones who don't tend to come to us and say, and this really wasn't for me, but I'm glad I got to know that before I spent $400,000 on dental school. So we're excited about that. And so I just want to emphasize that relationship. Can't say enough about CERTA. And this is a group of people who really want to replace the patient exam down the road when it's called upon to do so, and want to provide those similarities and even things that are more. And using technology to do that is at the forefront of what they want to do. They're leading there. They want to be completely objective. They want to deliver something that benefits students, benefits candidates. You look at the ADA, there are states everywhere who are dealing with remediation challenges, dealing with having to recertify dentists. It's really wonderful to work with a group of people who have the vision of providing something that's standard, but something that's white glove. If you come to us and you take a remediation course, we're there to make you feel good. We're there to make sure you get your remediation course done. We're there to make sure you do the best you can. But we're trying to help you get back to what you're supposed to be doing and satisfy the challenges that are out there. So really, really, really want to emphasize that for everybody out there who's looking to go to dental school, sure, you can just show up. Okay, you could probably get through, you could probably pass your licensure exam, you could probably be a great professional. But we have to increase the efficiency, and we have to increase the speed and the capacity for dentistry if we're going to satisfy the needs of dentistry and access that's required by the people who need dentistry. So it's part of our responsibility as well.
That was definitely great hearing again all of the updates, man. It seems like the passion and the vision is definitely there behind it, and all the people that, you know, of course, like you say, you could continue to collaborate with, you know, over the years and the years to come, I'm sure. But definitely, I feel like this is just like a another level to maybe like an impressions day or like a summer program, like Tyler say he took, being able to actually get that hands-on skill and really put yourself in that seat. You know, I think this is the next level, and I'm so excited just to see the progression and see how everything's continue to progress and go forward. But man, congrats on the progression so far, Scott. I mean, again, like I said, from when we came to visit, when I first heard about it from Tyler, to, you know, us coming to visit, to, you know, just now seeing the progression and really continuing to get updated over the years, or over the years so far. It's been crazy to see the progression. And again, like I said, we're excited just to see exactly where this goes going forward.
Well, thank you very much. You guys are inspirations to us, and I hope inspirations to the people that follow you. Both of you came in and took the wild ride of trying out some things that were brand new. Both of you did excellent in the work that you did. I know that both of you are being very successful in what you're achieving after school. And I hope that, you know, your passion for tracking what you did all the way through dental school, as you move forward as a professional, I hope other people follow in your footsteps. So thanks for being an inspiration to the people that are younger than you and being a great leader. And we appreciate the opportunities to share our story with you guys.
Thanks again. Thank you for taking some time out. Everyone out there, this is great information from Scott about PDS. If you guys haven't already, go out, check out their website. We'll make sure we put the description down, or the email link down in the description box below. Again, anyone who's interested in this boot camp, or just, you know, future boot camps, or, you know, again, getting any information, reach out to Scott, reach out to Tyler and myself. Go check out their website and get any information that you have. If you have any questions, reach out to us, either, you know, through email, or on Instagram at _FutureDDS. We'll be sure to get back to you and answer any questions that you may have. Just kind of address any concerns that you may have. But again, Scott, thanks for taking some time out and speaking with us. This was fun, and you know, always looking forward to the next time.
Well, thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate it.
All right, now have a good one.
You too.